Hey, curl friends, and welcome back to Coconuts, home of the Long Hair Society. Over here, we just want some long hair, we want a nice body, and we want a whole lot of money. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. That's all we want. Today, child, we got a whole lot of work to do. I got to take this weave out, wash the weave, color the weave, then I got to take her hair down, finger detangle, treat her hair, do an egg method on it. Then I gotta wash out her hair. Then I gotta blow dry it. Then I gotta braid it down. Then I gotta sew the weave back inside her head, style it. Yeah, it's a whole lot to do because she got work in the morning. I'm one of those stylists. You can bring me your old weave. As long as you invested into good hair extensions, oh baby, I would throw a color on there, give it a different cut, and make you be able to rock that weave over and over and over again. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these hair extensions to the side because I'm gonna color them up a little bit later, change it up a little bit. And this is how her hair looked underneath the sewing. So I'm going to gently take down her braids, make sure I don't snag or pull or, rush at all, because the removal process of any protective style is probably the most important part of any type of protective style installation. If you don't remove the hair right, you're not going to be able to reap all that growth. So I took down all her braids very gently. Now I'm a pro at this, so taking down any type of protective style is my thing. I'm gonna make sure that you keep as much hair growth on your hair as possible. I ain't gonna be yanking the comb through and using the comb as a scissor or a tweezer, none of that. I got this. So now I'm about to do the egg method, and if you want to see how I do this egg method in detail, I have some videos. Matter of fact, you need to go watch all my videos. I got about like 200 videos showing you how to get the longer, thicker, stronger hair. So go ahead and watch it. Make sure you subscribe and just go ahead and like this video while you at it, girl. And you know what? Make sure you comment at the end of this. Matter of fact, go ahead and drop a coconut in the comment section, if you love me. Per usual, I sprayed her hair down with some soft and conditioned water because we don't use hard water over here. We kind of bougie. And then I'm going to add this Main Magic Growth Sauce, which I call the Magic Detangler, on her hair strands. And this is going to allow me to finger detangle with ease. This makes it so easy because if I were to use the comb on her dry hair, I would yank out so much of her hair. We're not supposed to be using combs on our type of texture of hair. Those type of combs and tools and detangling brushes are really made for European and Asian textures, and even a wide tooth comb can be kind of dangerous for our type of hair. So just try using your fingers as much as you can, and then you can bring out a big teeth wide tooth comb. So I'm going to section her hair into sections. You see me use the anti-breakage hot oil treatment, putting her under the steamer for 40 minutes because I need those cuticles to open up and take in these herbs. Then I'm going to shampoo her out with a natural shampoo because, we stay away from them chemicals over here. Everything is all natural, baby. So after I'm done with her shampoo, I went ahead and blow dried her hair. I did use an all natural heat protectant. All the products are linked in the description below if you're interested in getting some magic hair growth products to get your hair long and strong. Now it's time for me to go ahead and season up her head. You know how you season your chicken and season your meat? Yeah, I gotta season that head before I go ahead and put a protective style in. I know some of y'all stylists just be using edge control and gel on your hair, but over here, we gotta make sure that scalp is taken care of. I'm using the scalp therapy drops. I'm dropping it all over her scalp. You can use some growth drops at this point just to make sure the scalp is shown some type of love and care. Then I'm going to be using a butter on her mid shaft and hair ends. I'm going to be using the cocoa custard because her hair really likes this type of formula. So I'm going to put it all over her hair, and it's going to really help tame that frizz. It's going to seal in that moisture, and it's definitely going to create a barrier while she protective style, so her hair is not prone to like any type of pulling, tugging by that's to help with any type of friction overall. So right now I'm going to put a color on top of these hair extensions. I decided to go with the color praline. It's going to add some depth to the color, and I like using a color every time I reinstall hair extensions because it just brings the hair extensions back to life. It adds a gloss. It kind of seals those hair extension cuticles. So definitely always add a color when you're reusing hair extensions, even if it's just a clear base color. Add it. So I'm going to add some more of those anti-itch drops because you know how it be when you get a fresh sewing. It be itching the first week for some reason, and then it stops, and then it don't itch no more for like months. Oh my gosh, I love this formula because if you are not able to shampoo your hair that day or the next following days and your scalp is really itchy, you use this and it's so potent and powerful that it's really going to stop that itch. It has these nice tingling sensation that comes all over your scalp. It's just like the bomb, trust me. Now I'm going to take care of those ends with the end repair butter. I'm going to coat these ends before I sew it up because length begins at the ends. You got to take care of your ends. Don't worry about product buildup. These are all natural products, and if you need to decide if you want long hair or not, okay? So I threaded up a ton of needles because I need this to go by fast because like I said, she got work in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew her hair up. I have plenty of videos showing you how I create a braid pattern and how I sew hair up. So now let's just talk. Trust me, you got some co-workers in your workplace that be hating on your natural hair. A lot of people go through it. Some people even feel like they can't even go to work with their natural hair because they're going to be stereotyped, they're going to be treated differently, or they're just not going to feel as confident because their natural hair is the minority in the room. What I mean by that, for example, everyone in your office can have straight textured hair, wavy textured hair, European textured hair, and then there's you, a beautiful black queen king walking around with highly kinky coily hair. It's gonna look a little different, and a lot of people are not gonna know how to feel about it. Instead of just just accepting you for a human, they're just going to judge you and treat you differently or look at you differently or make your hair a spectacle or make it the conversation piece when we should be talking about work and money. Having natural hair is like having an additional part-time job. Honestly, because natural hair is a lot of work, especially a lot of us who are new to this natural hair. If you have went natural in the last decade, you're still kind of learning how to be natural because a lot of us for years have been using chemical processes to straighten our hair and turn our hair into another texture. And a lot of us come from families who everyone in the family doesn't even rock their natural hair. So we don't really know how to rock our natural hair to its fullest potential. So we're all still learning. So a lot of us, we need time to get our hair ready just to go to work, just to go to school. Because if not, then we really gonna have people feeling uncomfortable because it's gonna look a little wild and untamed. We don't really have the luxury of possibly running late for work, rolling out of bed, and just, putting on something and just heading to the office. No, if we do that, that afro gonna be lopsided. It's gonna have lint in it, probably some food in it. We really have to take time to care about our hair and look about it and make sure it look decent and presentable. So other races, they can just show up to work if they overslept and just, show up. Us, baby, if that bonnet fall off, it's a wrap. We gonna be late to work. The reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because the person sitting in my chair, they had a coworker ask them, why don't you wear your natural hair more often? And she was like, because it's a lot of work. And the person was like, but isn't it a lot of work to wear hair extensions? And it's a yes and it's a no at the same time, because it is a lot of work caring for your natural hair, especially if you work full-time and you have full-time responsibilities outside of work. Wearing your natural hair takes a couple of hours versus if you get a protective style of a wig, of a sewing, of braids. I wonder if our coworkers realize that we would love to just show up to work with our afros and just be ourselves, but we kind of can't. I know some people do, but a lot of us work in certain industries where you just can't, because a lot of us are still trying to climb to the top and get treated equally in the workplace. So we have to put on some type of mask on a daily basis just to be taken seriously, because sometimes our education is not enough. Our experience, our skills is just not enough. So we have to kind of do protective styling. We got to kind of manipulate our texture sometimes. We got to slick our hair down. We can't just show up with it loud and proud and out. Not all the time. I mean, some of us, we do it. But let's be real. There are some of us that are not bold enough yet to just walk into the office with an afro. We ain't there yet. We still trying to work up to walking into the family barbecue with the afro out, let alone walking into an office place filled with people who don't care about us. Tell me about your experience with your natural hair in the workplace. I want to hear about it. Until next time, bye.